and welcome to the Get At Gaming Plus podcast. I'm Alex,
I'm Ben.
and we all like to talk about just things that we like, honestly. Whether that be nerd stuff, whether that be I like how I said whether that be nerd stuff, but this is all nerd stuff, honestly.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Video games, comics, anime, um, movies, TV. Everything's a nerd thing nowadays. But if you like this type of stuff, consider following us over here on whatever you're listening to, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're doing that there. And hey, listen, if you're over there, we're also on youtube.com/slash get at, I can't pronounce, youtube.com/slash get at gaming. Couldn't say slash.
Been a week.
Yeah, it has been. And you can find us over there. We have all of our episodes up there, as well as we have like different playlists depending on what the type of episode it is. Of like if it's more of a, like a movie thing, like it'd be in the movie playlist and so on. Yeah. What we always like to do in the beginning of these episodes is just talk about like what we've been playing or our hidden trophies, which are just things that we buy. It's our excuse to show off things that we bought throughout the weeks. So I'm gonna make Ben go first since I have a lot of them.
Well, mine will be pretty simple. I bought this game back when it was like Prime Week. I bought it from Target. They had a really good sale. But I bought this for the audio viewers. I bought Paper Mario and the Origami King. This did not do well review-wise.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not the same type of Paper Mario I played before. So you have a circle, and you can either move them certain ways, and the goal is to get everybody lined up. Okay? Which at the beginning it happens all the time. Later on, it doesn't so much.
Yeah.
But it's not the typical Paper Mario, so that's a lot of people are like, I don't like it. I have put probably about 8-9 hours into it.
Oh wow, okay.
And I like it a lot. I have not played the Switch so much in a long time. It's really fun. It's very colorful. It gives me that Mario vibe, and it does have RPG elements, but just not as much as like original Paper Mario.
Yeah, definitely. Paper Mario 1 and 2, which is like Thousand Year Door, were very much as they were spiritual successors to Super Mario RPG. And nowadays, every other Paper Mario after those two are different. They all try to do something special. Super Paper Mario was kind of an RPG, but it was also a platformer. Mario Sticker Star was on the 3DS. It was kind of an RPG, but you had to collect your attacks and stuff like stickers. And then there's Color Splash, which I don't know. There's just always some sort of like gimmick. It's like they just don't want to do normal RPGs, and for the longest time,
right.
What they said was, we don't need to do normal RPGs because we have Mario and Luigi. That is the normal RPG game series that they continue. That's more what you expect. However, there hasn't been a new Mario and Luigi in quite a while, and that team doesn't exist anymore. So, so I don't know. I don't know when if Paper Mario ever go back to normal now, because that was the thing that was supposedly quote unquote holding them back. I don't know if we're gonna get new Mario and Luigi.
Well, and I only paid $40 for it, so which I felt was a really good price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get a game. I totally forgot, but I haven't touched it yet. I got the second. Get my cat's in the frame now. I got the Lost Judgment.
Oh, okay.
I got that for like really cheap during Prime as well. Just got here, so now I have both.
Nice.
Will I play both? I don't know.
Probably not. be honest.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But now I do know this month specifically, we get Saints Row, and I did reserve the $89 one. So super excited about that. I will be playing the crap out of that. That is a gimme. I still haven't even played the other game I got. What was it? The Quarry? No, is that what it was? I don't remember what I got anymore.
You got so many things that you haven't touched. Remember whatever happened to Die Hack? Remember when you're like, I'm gonna go play some Die Hack?
I still own it. I have not got rid of it.
Yeah.
These last couple weeks have been awful, and you know, with my job, once school gets back in, it will be a lot better. Also, we're in the last rounds of interviews, so if this happens, Alex, I will not be working 2 jobs anymore.
Ooh.
Yes, you have no idea how excited I am for that.
More time to sleep.
No. I mean, it's giving me more time to game, which I would like, because that is my calm down moment is the game. So, I want to be able to game more. I want to be able to play games more. It's just been difficult because working 2 jobs. So, and also, I am taking some time off in November, December. So I'm going to be avoiding family and playing games.
Nice. Just stay in this little office here, close the door, lock the door, no one can get in. But
yeah.
That means you have to have the dogs though, so you can let them out, but still.
Yeah, they just will scratch the door. That's what they do. But yeah, I would say if you were debating on this, it's not bad. And for $40, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, I paid $40 in deal, and then I got the other one. I only got for like $10. So but that's definitely one you guys should get. Now I'm actually excited to see what you got because I know you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So was that all you really been doing then, besides because of work?
Yeah. Just work.
Okay.
Just work.
Okay. So it's so my I guess I'll start this. What I've been doing, I streamed once this past week, and I played Kingdom Hearts, the original on the 0 EXP mode. I beat the Oogie Boogie Tower. I figured out how to skip Atlantica so we don't have to fight Ursula.
Nice.
Rest in peace, Ursula, because I guess the actress died recently, a few days ago. But yeah, I didn't have to fight that horrible boss fight where she's throwing potions and I just like don't understand how to do it. But yeah, so now I am in Captain Hook's ship and fighting Shadow Sora in that like place right before you fight Captain Hook and all the like when you like fly for the first time and all that kind of stuff. And I found a huge glitch which apparently exists in PS4 as well. But I have never encountered it before because I never tried to cheat. I wasn't really cheating, I guess. I kept spamming gravity because gravity is like an OP attack supposedly in Kingdom Hearts, and that's why it doesn't exist anymore. And so I kept using gravity, and then eventually what happened, I used gravity so much that we all fell, I guess, through the game because it was a black screen, and I could lock on to the enemy, but it didn't show me what I was locking onto. I could just hear the lock on button. I can hear everyone fighting, but no one's losing health, no one's gaining health. We're not doing any damage. So I had to force quit the game 3 times. It happened to me. So I found out, okay, I guess I'm never allowed to use gravity. So yeah, I did not beat that level, but we did get some progress there. Other things I've been doing, I guess, this past week I've been cleaning and stuff. And while I've been cleaning, I have stuff on, like TV wise, just to like, I don't know, have something going while I'm doing other things. You know, like people listen to music, people listen to radio, maybe people listen to podcasts. But I turned on one of my favorite shows, Spectacular Spider-Man. It's on
Oh
Netflix
yeah.
now. I'm about maybe I'm on season 2 because Venom stuff happened again. But yeah, I love that show a lot. It is a kids show, but like it's a very good show, made by the people who did like Young Justice and stuff like that. Um, it will never get a new season, unfortunately, because just the way that stuff works, um, because of licensing, and it's a Sony show and Marvel and all that. Like they're not allowed to make a new season for it, just at all. Um, but otherwise, what I've been watching, because we didn't have internet last week. For me on Friday, um, all throughout Indiana, I guess, MetroNet had an issue, and so I had to go to work, pick up my computer and stuff. But then also like during lunch and like after work, I was like, what do I do? Because like the internet's still being kind of spotty off and on. So I finally decided, and I picked up my Blu-ray, my Steelbook Blu-ray of season 1 of Yu Yu Hakusho, and let me tell you, I am on like episode 22 out of like 26
Wow.
of that. I'm watching it in Japanese for the first time. I love it. It's a really fun show. There is a little bit of like slowness in certain points, but like overall, I think that show does a really good job of showing off characters and showing what they can do, and they're always getting better or doing clever things. Yeah, so right now we are fighting the 4 beast yokai or whatever, in like the Dark Tower. All these people are being attacked, and being turned into zombies by bugs, by this like bug flute thing. So they're trying to save the day there. After that, it's supposed to be the best arc, which is the Dark Tournament Saga. And so I'm looking forward to getting to that here soon. But those are the things I've been doing. Now, the things that I've got, I'm going to start with the package first. I'm not gonna start with the actual stuff I want to show. So my Right Stuff package came in. Oh, I didn't check the mail today. My Right Stuff package came in. So I ordered a bunch of stuff since Right Stuff was having a sale because it was their birthday. Last month, I guess now, July. So every day they had something new on super sale, and so that made me buy a lot of things. So I bought this dot hack novel, this dot hack GU novel, excuse me, and it was $1 because they just wanted to get rid of it. Because it's made by Tokyo Pop, so I think it was like one of the last things that Tokyo Pop did before they fizzled and died, although I think they're back. And then 2 of these were on sale. I got 2 Detective Conan movies that I don't have yet. Case closed. When you pull it out, though, it says Detective Conan. I've already seen these: Sunflowers of Inferno and Darkest Nightmare. Darkest Nightmare is very, very good. I like that one a lot, so I do recommend it.
There's one on Netflix right now, actually.
There's Detective Conan on Netflix, like a movie, or
Well,
the
it's
show
Case
is on there.
Closed. Yeah, I think it's a movie, actually.
Really? Huh. I know that some of the show is on there. I didn't realize one of the movies was on there. And then I also have Blue Sapphire, which is
Ooh.
one of the newer movies. This is one with Kaito Kid and stuff, and it's really, really good. This is the newest one that we have. There's another new one that we haven't gotten yet, that hasn't released yet. And then I got 2 Lupin movies. So I got Mystery of Mamo and this is the very first Lupin movie, like ever. So I've never seen it. Because I believe Castle Cagliostro is the second one. And this is Fujiko's Lie, which is the third movie in the Fujiko Mine series. So I have all of the movies for that series at least, and I can finally finish that. But yeah, now we'll go to
really quick, Alex. That is Case Closed Zero's Tea Time.
Oh, is that out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's a spin-off with Amuro, who is a main character, side main character. But he has a bunch of different names. Like his name is like Zero, his name is Amuro, and he's voiced by the guy who does Amuro in the original Gundam. Because the creator of Case Closed, Detective Conan, is obsessed with Gundam. So he got the main person who voices the main guy in Gundam, and then he also got Char from Gundam as well, like the main antagonist. And so they're both antagonists in Case Closed.
That's funny.
Yeah, but like they're so on the nose. Like the guy's name is Amuro as well in the show. So I think it's pretty funny. But that's awesome. I'll need to watch that later because I didn't realize that was already out because there's two.
There's 6 episodes.
Okay, because yeah, there's 2 spin-offs. That was one of them. They were announced a while back. I didn't realize it was a Netflix thing, but interesting. Okay, next thing, I got some stuff from a friend who was able to visit last weekend from Japan, and I finally saw him, and it's been a long time, and it was cool to see him. So thank you for showing up and hanging out. It was pretty fun. But anyway, he got me this Kira Kira canister. I haven't opened it up yet, to be honest, but it is a Digimon little holder thing for something. I don't know if it's for I don't know what it's for. I'm gonna be honest with you. It just says Kira Kira canister, but it looks like you could put maybe candy or something in there. But yeah, it's something. I like it. It's a regular Digimon Adventure too, so it's not Digimon Adventure : I think. Yeah, it's regular Digimon Adventure. Then I also finally got one of the last things I need. I have been waiting for this for 3 years because he hasn't been able to get here, and so he hasn't shipped it. He was just like, "Oh, I'll bring it." I have Final Fantasy VI Advance for the Game Boy Advance in Japanese.
Wow.
Complete in box. I don't know where he got this, but it's rated A for everything. When he bought it, you can see it was like 45.80, I think that's what it says. So back when he bought it, it was probably close to 44, $43. Now with the yen, I would say it's probably closer to 40 to 38, I think. I forget how that works, but I know the yen, dollar to yen, yen is a lot weaker right now, so we can buy a lot more with our money. But yeah, so I gave him $40 or something for it. So I'm happy to have that finally. I have not opened it or anything yet, but it's in here, so I'm very excited. So now I'm missing the Japanese one in PlayStation, and I think that's it because I have all the others. So yeah, I'm just missing the Japanese PlayStation version of Final Fantasy VI, and then I'm done. I'm done collecting every single Final Fantasy VI. Now, or Japanese and English. Now, am I gonna go and collect PAL version stuff? No, of course not, because PAL, that's not real. It's not a real thing. Europe, I don't know if it's actually real, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. That's too much work. Also, like, they didn't get a whole lot. Like, their first one was 7. So, for Final Fantasy wise, like, they never got anything else before then until later. So, I would say that, I would only really be collecting the PS1 version, I want to say. But, the last thing I got, which is pretty cool, so my friend also went to the Persona 25th anniversary thing. And so he gave me the booklet that came with it.
Wow.
So like, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. It talks about like Persona 3 stuff, Persona 4 stuff, original Persona 2. Yeah, original Persona 1 gives you like a timeline of everything that ever released. Yeah, it was just the main event thing. He also showed me some pictures. Because like he took some pictures and then he found out later he wasn't allowed to take pictures, but he still did it because he was telling me there are certain places that were labeled where it's like no pictures at all, and then there are other places that said like, yeah, you can take pictures, but then there are other places that just weren't labeled at all. So he was just like, I guess I can take pictures here, and then he got told like, no pictures or whatever, and he like apologized or whatever and stopped. But he took quite a lot of pictures, honestly. So I got to see some cool statues and things that you just wouldn't see, like pictures of like Izanagi, so like Persona 4, that Persona, um Elizabeth's Persona from the fighting game, the school uniforms from Persona 3 and Persona 4. They recreated the Persona 3 dorm.
Wow.
So like you could see a little bit of that. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things that he could show me. So I think that's really cool how Japan, they take it seriously whenever there is like an event or like a anniversary events like this kind of stuff, because I really feel like you don't see that often, even around here, for things that people care about. Like, who would hear of like a pop up event for like, I don't know, what's a like Seinfeld? Like Seinfeld's like regarded as like one of the best shows, and it honestly is. Where's my pop up
Right.
event for Seinfeld where I can just go to the apartment and they just recreate it? They don't do that here, and that's just really
Yep.
weird.
I mean, you'll see pop-up cafes and bars,
Yeah,
but those aren't even by the people that did the shows. Like I know there was like a Stranger Thing bar that just
yeah.
popped up,
Or like
but those aren't done.
when one of the Wendy's turned into like a Rick and Morty's thing that
Yep,
one time.
I remember that.
Yeah. Um but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weird that you just don't really see that kind of stuff. But the closest thing you see is like when you actually go to an amusement park and you're having butterbeer or something over at Universal. But yeah, those are all the things that I got. I just been busy, so I haven't really been playing many games or streaming besides just that one day. Um, but yeah, just work and cleaning. Gotta clean fast. I'll probably do that after this podcast, to be honest.
Probably right.
Yeah, unless I fall asleep. Um, but yeah, that's it for a podcast. So let's see here. So I think we should probably start the episode. I mean, it's been started, but I see. This is what I told you. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna even need this maybe third story, because
Right.
I talk too long. That's what happens every episode. I talk too long, and it's totally fine.
It,
Um,
it's a conversational podcast.
it is a conversational podcast. It's a podcast about nothing. To go back to Seinfeld. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead, and if I can bring it up, hang on here. Give me a second, audio listeners, bear with me. I am pushing a button and it's not going. There we go. All right. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake reportedly paused indefinitely. So, according to Bloomberg, um, basically, basically the recent internal demo of Knights of the Old Republic just didn't do well. So like Sony saw it and Lucasfilm saw it and they're like, this isn't that good. And then now like the developer is just like, hey, we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to go and do this again. And essentially saying like, all right, we're going to let's see. Aspyr was telling employees that the project would put on pause and that the company would look for new contracts and development opportunities. So basically, we're going to put this on pause indefinitely and maybe do better with other games first and then go back to it once we have some sort of experience. Or maybe they're just so burned by what, you didn't like our thing? Well, you know what? Fine, we're just going to sit on these rights so no one can do it for a bit. Um, but also, Aspyr fired the art director, Brad Prince,
Yeah.
and the design director, Jason Minor, or Minor, I don't know. But yeah, one of them, the latter reportedly said on social media channels that the dismissal was unexpected. So yeah, it was already like, hey, they didn't like it. We'll look for new things. We're not gonna do this right now. Also, you two, you're fired. And
Yeah.
yeah, this was like just announced too, like not too
Well,
long ago. It says PlayStation Showcase 2021 teased it.
what this tells me is there have been a lot of problems. People got fired, and even though LucasArts is allowing people to use their licensing, this was a Sony exclusive game, and they both were there, and they're like, no, this is not the quality we're looking for. Which is sad because everyone was hyped about this. This is like the fourth Star Wars game that's been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
We had that Boba Fett looking one. We had that. We had um, they were going to do another Battlefront that got canceled. It's just like a long list of these games being canceled, and the fact that someone got fired, that means that it was that bad.
Yeah.
These companies don't just fire unless there's something major. Most likely, this game looks so bad that they're like, "We got to fire you over this."
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad because this had a lot of hype when they showed this.
Yeah. I think it should definitely still happen at some point. Because they're not even remasters, just the ports of the other two games that came out on Switch recently. They're having so many bugs and so many issues. Like the KOTOR 2, you can't even beat without doing something to like skip a certain thing. Because otherwise it just like you can't continue. And that game is still available. I don't know if they fixed it because I haven't really heard anyone fixing it, but like yeah, last I heard, it's still broken. Um, so people really liked these games back when, so why not just go for it? This is easy money. Um, you don't even have to really remake it. You could just remaster it. Um, because none of these others have been remasters. They've just been ports again. They might be
Right.
turned up a little bit with like on Xbox, it might have more frame rate and stuff, but like that's about it, I would think. So yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to
and
go and remake it.
no, and I feel like it will get done at some point. Because I think at this point they would have been like, "No, we're canceling it.
Mm-hmm.
Completely cancel. It's gonna be done. No longer we're doing it." And they didn't say that. I think they're just looking to find more people to kind of do it right.
Yeah.
The fact that Sony and Lucas were like, no, no. And Sony's got Lucas has been very, very like when anything of their property, they've been very big on like checking stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Hence what happened with Battlefront 2 when they're like, oh, we're not gonna have microtransactions, and the whole game was that.
Mm-hmm.
And LucasArts is like, yeah, you guys gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
This is not okay. I think they're starting to pay more attention to the game companies making their games.
Yeah. For sure. For sure indeed. Um so yeah. Are you are I guess not you, but the audience. Is anyone interested in this game? Are you disappointed by this news? Let us know in the comments, and also just tweet at us, Facebook us, talk to us. Be fun. The next thing I'd like to talk about before I cough and mute this mic, maybe. Okay. Um, so the next thing I like to talk about is this Nier Automata, or if you are Japanese, Nier Automata. Um, so both are, I guess, are technically correct. Um, there's this huge internet mystery, it says, by Joe Screbbles from IGN. The other one was an IGN article as well that we were kind of talking over. But anyway, basically, TLDR is there is this thing that someone posted on Reddit saying that, hey, there's this door that like no one's seen before, and I was able to get into it, but my friend wasn't able to get into it. Here's all this stuff, and here's what it is. And it was like this church. It was just like this white empty church, and they were able to go into this door. They would keep walking through like the spiral hallway, and then a cutscene would happen, and there'd just be stuff from all the other like be stuff from Nier Replicant, or like the original Nier. And it's just like really weird stuff. Like there's like a legitimate like cutscene that happened too, and so it continued, and these were just like videos and stuff, and then he started showing more uh things, and there was like another thing where like he could fight stuff, and there were bosses, and there are also like these other things that he could like fight and destroy, and there are these statues from Drakengard, because Nier is technically comes from a bad ending from Drakengard 3, and that's how we get Nier, because all these games are connected, and people are like, oh, this is weird, this is really cool, this has to be like the crazy creator just effing with everyone,
Right.
because he's crazy like that, he's fun and crazy, and he likes to do this kind of stuff. And Nier is coming out for Switch soon, so maybe they're hinting some cool things for Switch, like extra content that's just gonna hit Switch and maybe everyone else eventually. Um, so yeah, stuff kept happening, and kept seeing that kind of stuff. And the basically what happened was everyone was skeptical, but also people are like, well, the modding community hasn't never done anything like this. The modding community for Nier is so non-existent, that no one's ever done this before, and so there's no way this is a mod. And the guy finally on Twitch decided to stream it, and at the end of it, they had this thing to show, and it basically says that everything we shared has been completely in game, no editing was used, and it's basically a very good mod. So it was not the people who it was not the creators, it was not anything like that. When the creator was asked about this, he said, please refer to my Twitter bio, which says, please do not ask me questions about games, please ask the publisher. Because he just doesn't want to get in trouble for anything in case it was his. But yeah, they came clean, and they said, yeah, no, this is just a mod. This is just a crazy mod that has just a bunch of different stuff. And there's 3 people who were involved in the mod, and they've been working on this for many, many years. And some people are happy about it, some people are mad about it, but they're releasing all of the mods and stuff, all the scripting tools and Blender add-ons and stuff, as open source, so they're going to be available for everyone here soon, as well as that like that church and all that kind of stuff that happened, the cutscenes and all that. And they said like there's even going to be more showing up later, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of sad that it wasn't an ARG or something like that. Like it wasn't an actual mystery by the company. It's like, oh, it's just clever marketing or something. No, it's just some modders that are just taking advantage of a situation. Um, but I guess they also didn't realize how big this was going to I don't know, get. So
Well, and I feel like not just this game, there's been other games that have been modded that they're claiming are like, oh my gosh, this is a brand new game. It happens all the time.
mm-hmm,
I feel it happens more often now.
mm-hmm,
But mod on this game, people, this is not a huge game for people to mod.
mm-hmm.
You know, like GTA, yeah, people mod the crap out of that. But this isn't. So I get how people are upset about it. I would be upset, you know, knowing like, oh my gosh, there's some huge hidden secret. There was just some, I can't remember the game, but it came out. There was a secret. And for all these years, no one found it. And somebody had found it. And it was like some of the developers had put it in there.
Well, there was something for this game that was like that. It was you could skip to one of the endings if you like got behind a barrel and like did some combo, and then it would just skip to credits.
Yeah. I
So
remember
like
that.
that's why people were like, well, maybe this could be a thing because this
Yeah.
happened before. Um and not everything had been discovered yet according to the guy at that time. So, yeah, it's disappointing. It's cool at the same time. I don't play this game on PC, so it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah. I mean, again, mods that are done so well, people think are like really in game and
Yeah.
they weren't messed with.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, yeah, it sucks. But in the same token, congrats to that modder that he did something so well.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. That team deserves a lot of this recognition because, yeah, that's awesome that you even like you tricked everyone. You tricked the whole internet. We were all waiting for like a week trying to figure out what this stuff was.
Absolutely.
Because I found out about this when it first started. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. I guess we have enough time for one more story. Because I thought that these stories would go a little more. Um, but the last thing we'll talk about here is Rob Zombie's The Munsters is going to be on Netflix in September. Um, so yeah, you showed me this before we started, and The Munsters is an old show, an old live action show that's very campy and fun. It happened around, I don't know if it happened around the same time, but like the Adams Family and like that kind of stuff. It feels all the same. So it's that kind of humor, that kind of stuff. And Rob Zombie is is helping with this reboot here for Netflix, and it's going to be released by Universal 1440 Entertainment, which is a direct-to-video entertainment label for Universal Pictures. But it's not going to be on Peacock. It's just going to be on Netflix in September. And so when we watched it here a little bit ago, um, it looked very low budget and very of its time, but in color. Um, I think it looked fun. I think people are, and I mean, you told me, and we could kind of see like people are disappointed. People are gonna be disappointed, but it looks that the whole point of this was to be goofy and be very on the nose and cheap. And you informed me that even Rob Zombie was like, "Yeah, we had like no budget." Um,
Yeah. Well, and you know, I think people have to understand is like I used to watch the Munsters with my dad.
mm-hmm.
Like they were reruns, and I'm like, what is this? And it legitimately was Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
So Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman. That's what it was. It was what would it be like if monsters lived in our world and they were just trying to get through day to day,
Yeah.
you know? And it was campy and it was silly and it was like, okay, that's just kind of there.
Who's
And
this?
that's what this is.
Who's this blue guy? Did you ever watch Beetleborgs?
Yeah, yes,
Do you think he looks
yes,
like that guy?
it is.
What's his name? Like Flabber or something? What was
I
that?
think it's Flabber. I think it really is.
Yeah, I used to have. Anyway, side tangent. I loved Beetleborgs as a kid, and I used to have all the toys and like the vehicles and all that kind of stuff. And I even had the mansion, like the haunted mansion playset. And I don't know whatever happened to that. We probably gave it to a cousin. I'm really mad about that because I would love to still have all that stuff.
Um,
Um,
so
but
so
yeah, I'm gonna
that
look it up.
is so that right there. That's supposed to be Grandpa, who's a vampire.
Okay.
Then his daughter's right here, and then Herman obviously is Frankenstein's monster. But it is what it is. Now there was a lot of backlash on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you scroll down, you can see some of the comments. Um, you know, like someone said, like Universal Products produced it. I saw it. It looks so bad they wouldn't even put it on their own streaming services. Obviously, goes to Netflix where quality is irrelevant. Um, but he came out and said, he goes, we wish we had that total Universal to go to the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had a budget. That's what we came up with, and he's been working on this for years. So, how many people do you think he pitched it to that someone said yes? And if you look at Rob Zombie's other movies, they are not kid movies whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
House of a Thousand Corpses. He did 2 Halloween movies. Devil's Rejects. All like
There he is.
there, there he is.
There's Flabber for audio listeners.
Which
I found Flabber.
Now to like jump back to that category of Beetleborgs, let's talk about a conspiracy theory here. So he was in the mansion with a Frankenstein's monster,
The
with
mummy.
like mummy, a vampire, and a wolfman.
Yeah, they were all there. It's the Munsters, but with the Beetleborgs as well.
I used to watch that and VR Troopers.
Yep.
And now on Tubi, you can actually watch what that originally was, and it's not anywhere close to what that is.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just like an Elvis with like a big old cleft chin. Like I don't know, is he supposed to be Jay Leno? He looks like Jay Leno.
He does, but he acted like Elvis.
Elvis Jay Leno, that's his name, Flabber. But anyway, sorry. Back to the Munsters. I'm interested. I'll probably watch it at some point. It looks very kooky and I don't know, just quirky. And
Well,
yeah.
and also, as a side note, this comes out the same month that Tim Burton's Wednesday comes out, which is supposed to be based on Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think for what this movie is going to be, is exactly what it is. And if people don't understand, you can go on YouTube right now and watch all of the Munster episodes.
Yeah.
Watch the show. It's very campy. It's very like, like people, okay, give you an example. If you've ever seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure and then you watched Pee-wee's New Adventure on Netflix and you're like, I don't get any of this. It's exactly like what I expected it to be.
I never watched that new Pee-wee. I've only seen the old show and Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is like all of my kids have watched it, and that's like their favorite movie of all time.
Again, side tangents all around. We should just do an episode about Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
We could.
Yeah, it'd be great.
We could.
But
you gotta watch. You gotta watch the new one.
Okay,
you gotta watch the new one.
Maybe someday. I don't know. Like, man, like Pee-wee's scary now. He was in that movie theater all by himself, and he's being a little too friendly with himself, and that's why we didn't have Pee-wee for a while.
I remember when he was in Buffy the Vampire Hunter. And he had the best role ever because he had but like I even remember him in the movie Blow with Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, Paul Rubens plays some crazy characters, but you know, I think everyone should vote that Alex should see the brand new Pee Wee's. I don't even know what it's called now. It's like something adventure where he I don't know, he goes to someone's birthday. It's like actually a famous person.
Huh.
And there's adventure on the way.
Okay. Is Francis in it again?
No, I don't think so. Which sucks.
Yeah.
I still remember the scene where Francis is in his bathtub.
Yeah.
He goes, "We're miles away where no one can hear us." And then his dad comes in and breaks it up. And he goes, "We don't need to call the police, right?" And he gives him that trick gum.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I saw that, I would laugh. That and then the large Marge thing used to scare me as a kid.
Oh, the claymation. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, large Marge.
I remember the Alamo.
Uh,
Yeah, I love that movie. Maybe someday I'll watch the other one, but the Munsters for now, we'll watch it. We'll probably watch it eventually. I will. I'll probably watch
watch it.
Wednesday, honestly as well. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to watch the old Addams Family movies, because I haven't watched those in
So
quite a
good.
while. Yeah. What's his face? Who's in that?
Raul Julian.
Well, no. Who plays Fester?
Oh gosh.
Is it Doc Brown?
Yes. They've
Yeah.
got
Yeah. Whatever his name is. Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah. But yeah, I remember watching those movies and loving them as a kid. I don't think I've seen those movies as an adult, but
Now that's funnier when like they're in the limo going somewhere and they're literally playing like MC Hammer
mm-hmm.
because he did the theme music for the second movie. Cracks me up.
Yeah.
I still those movies are so good. A young Christina not Applegate, Christina Ricci.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Just great movies.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, it's been kind of I don't know, mid episode, I would say.
Mid episode.
Like, I mean, I was gonna say like it's been short, it's been long, it's fine. It's a fine episode. Not a whole lot happening, but that's totally okay. If you like what you hear, like what you see, consider going to the opposite of that. So if you like what you see over here on youtube.com/gaming, you could go ahead and go to any sort of thing, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Amazon or wherever, and find the podcast version of it and just go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. Help us out a lot. And if you're listening, why don't you go ahead and go, like I said, like 5 times already, go there. youtube.com/kineticgaming, where you can find us. And we have videos, and they generally post on Fridays. They're all there right now. We will have some more stuff probably post on there eventually. Maybe some more exclusive things. We have an exclusive thing up there. We played that Anno something. I forget what it's called, but yeah, we played an exclusive game. I got a demo code, or I got a code a while back for streaming, so we also just did a video about it. Maybe we'll go back to that someday. Maybe we'll do more Let's Plays. It's all up to you. You decide. Like those videos, write, comment, everything. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Facebook us, Twitter us, TikTok us, I guess. I never use that app anymore for us, but go ahead and go there. We have like 2 videos, I think. Yeah, do you have anything else to say?
Just get at it.
Get at it.